Happy Cannabis Day. It's 420 and we're here with Insurance Insights. We are at Golden Greens, one of our favorite insureds. I'm here with Jack Jennings. It's a family-owned cannabis dispensary and provisioning center.
Either or.
That's right. And so Jack is representing the family and we are here to learn all about cannabis. Thanks, Jack.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Can you tell us a little bit, how long have you guys been in business?
Yeah.
How did you come to this as a family? And how is business?
Well, so it's been about a year since we've been open. We're coming up on our first year. May it'll be. It kind of started with me. I like to smoke. My parents, not necessarily, but they were the ones that helped with everything. They got it done. You know, me and my dad were going to meetings here in Lawrence for 3 years almost, every month. So that was fun. We got to write the ordinance with them. Kind of helped out a lot with being able to see where it was going to be zoned to, stuff like that. So we ended up buying a lot out here, building a brand new building. And like I said, it took about 3 to 4 years to actually get it up and running. And yeah, here we are now in our first year.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary here pretty soon.
Coming up.
Yeah. Well, okay, so Jack is an expert and I have some questions for him that we thought would be interesting for viewers, both experienced and unexperienced. So tell us about your most popular customer. What is the profile that
So
you're
I'd
seeing?
say on average, we're gonna see anybody from age ranges 35 to 55 is what we see the most of, I would say, out here. And that's kind of just the area we're at. I would say Lawrence is kind of more like that. I would think the younger it gets, it kind of get towards Kalamazoo a little bit more, which is fine, but we do see younger people as well.
Okay.
We have patients that have their med card that are 18 to 20 years old, so we see all ranges, but I would say a majority is that 35 to 55-year-old range.
And is that important what you just said, that you are licensed for both recreational and medicinal?
Yep, and we actually just did renew our med license, which a lot of people are not necessarily, because it's
difficult.
5 to 10% of the sales come from med side. 90% is on the adult use side. Okay. And we also offer 10% off on adult use if you have your med card, so that helps as well to knock out the excise tax. So,
very
and that's kind of one way we're trying to get people to keep their med cards. You know, the only benefit necessarily is not paying this 10% excise tax on the med side. You also have edibles that can go to 200 milligrams versus on the adult use side, it's 100 milligrams. Tincture is 1,000 milligrams versus 200 on the adult use side. So those are a few of the benefits of getting your med card. Obviously, you only pay the 6% tax, but here we do offer 10% off. So it's beneficial for both sides.
Good.
And we just did renew our med license. We'll revisit it next year, but I think for now it's good for us. And we have a good amount of 18 to 20-year-olds that have their card that are allowed to shop. Really? That can only shop on the med side. They can't shop on the adult use side. Only here. So that's another benefit, I would say.
Good. Okay. Well, now, can you explain to us a little bit about, just from my research, limited research, there's sativa, indica, and hybrid.
Yeah, so here at least, obviously we start with that because that's the easiest way to kind of decide what you're looking for. Depending on the level of the consumer's understanding of terpenes and whatnot, we'll get into that because we do believe that terpenes are the actual factors that behind the flower that are going to give you the effects you're looking for. Not necessarily indica, sativa, hybrid, because in theory almost every strain is a hybrid of some sort. So it really depends, because it can vary from grower to grower, batch to batch, where the terpene levels are different. So obviously somebody that's looking for like an anti-anxiety strain is going to look for something more higher in limonene versus somebody who's looking for an indica couch locks type is looking for a myrcene.
couch lock.
Right, exactly. Into couch. we call it.
Into couch, I like that.
Yes,
Into couch. Okay.
It's very easy to remember in that way. Yeah. So it does get very scientific. We're kind of in a stage where people are starting to learn about them. I think it would be easier to learn the effects of the terpene versus the name of the terpene, just because the names, there's so many different names and they are very scientific. So it's not easy to remember.
Okay.
If you can kind of put a feeling or a sensation with the terpene, it might be a little bit easier to learn about it and remember it. So I think as time goes on, it'll get better, but we're working through it right now.
Well, but what Jack isn't saying between those lines is that if you come here, they work with you. So just earlier if you see the jars in the back versus what they're saying is what your nose knows.
Yep.
And so they encourage you to smell, find what it is that's really talking to your body. And they keep records, so they know if you don't remember what you had and what worked, then they're going to work with you. And so, I mean, it's kind of like what we talk about, call your local insurance agent and learn. This is your local cannabis guy, right? Jack is here to teach you.
And that's what we're here for. I mean, we don't want to have anybody come in here and have a bad experience or feel like they didn't learn something or they got the wrong product and they wanted this or that, So it's really a process. When customers come in, our budtenders are great with helping them figure out exactly what they're looking for, if it's their first time in or even if it's their 10th time in. Because things change over time and everybody's different, like we said earlier, that everybody's got an endocannabinoid system and everybody's system's a little bit different. So, one strain's gonna work for this guy and one strain might work for this lady. So it's all across the board. And like we were talking about, your nose knows. So if you're able to come in and actually smell, if you don't like a smell, you're probably not gonna like the taste and the smoke of it. So, if you pick something that's light on your nose and you enjoy it, then it's probably going to be a little bit more beneficial for you. And
lots of products, not just smoking it,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Lots of products, edibles, all sorts of things. If you want to start with the non-smoke thing, they have it. What else? Just to end, happy 420.
Yeah.
I know there's so much more to unpack here, so you got to come see Jack yourself. But
come on in.
Are there specials going on?
So for 420, we've got a lot of deals. I don't want to get too specific with them because of the laws and stuff, but yes, we're going to be running deals all day. So I would definitely be having a deal for something that you are looking for anybody.
Okay. So, Well, we'll include address, how to get here, again, Golden Greens, and thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for
you.
letting
I
us come
appreciate it.
in.
I'm glad you guys got to come.
And we appreciate your business too.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, stay safe, stay insured, everybody.